Guys, look, man. I know everybody who's watching this can know or can notice, but I got a brand new t-shirt on, dude. And this thing is slick, son. You can buy these at OTG Fitness, the gym.
They make the arms look.
Well, you know, I got to get my shirts custom made. The body's a 5X and the arms are a 7X, because they're huge. All right, guys. Man, look, we're back in the studio, massive studio. And the man behind the camera is back in front of the camera again.
Yeah. Last time.
We're going to make...
Maybe not.
We're
He's like, I don't really like
we're
this.
making a habit. We're making a habit out of this. Lucas is gonna be. He's gonna be the man on both sides of the camera all the time. Mm-hmm. He's back in the captain's chair over there. Y'all, y'all. I mean, you can tell by the background, which is badass.
America.
Yeah, that's the hot seat. That is mic number one with the America background. That's my chair. But I got Lucas in it right now. Comfy, right?
Yeah, it's
That
pretty
is
comfy.
the most comfortable.
Jessica
chair.
bought those chairs because she's like, oh, these will look good in the living room. Nope, podcast.
Stolen.
Podcast because they're comfortable.
Yeah.
But man, what we got today, guys, is we're going to talk about a little challenge that we got going on with the OTG crew plus Mike, who's kind of an OTG guy. I mean, he works out there, so I'm counting it.
Yeah.
And we got a little 90-day competition going on right now between the four of us. And Lucas is involved, Phil's involved, I'm involved, Mike's involved. And we're going to lay out the details. And the main point of this show is not only to like lay it out and let everybody know what's going on, but also document all the trash talking and document all the basically. I mean, we're not going to record about it every day, but we're going to do this one at the beginning. We're going to do like a halfway point, and then we're going to do it at the end when it's all said and done. We're going to talk about all the nuts and bolts, how it's laid out. And, how we're going to document it and what happens if you lose, all the good stuff, right?
Let's talk about
That's what we're going to talk about today. So the man behind the camera that's now in front of the camera, he's probably going to come in second. I feel like Luke's is going to get second.
I'm going to be honest. I was crap talking a lot at the beginning, but now I'm a little nervous.
So that's one of the topics we're going to cover is how we all kind of started out and now how we're feeling. And then we're going to record again at the halfway point and talk about how we're feeling.
Well, we're already 2.5 weeks in
about.
as we're recording this.
Yeah.
So, rock and roll. So let's back up. Let's take it from the top, and then we'll get to where we're at now, and then how I go. So I think it was November-ish?
When we came up with the idea?
When we came up with the idea. I think it was you and I were just talking one day. And
we were at OTG, and Mike was there working out, and we were just all kind of talking about how we need a little spark of motivation.
And how having a goal or doing some kind of competition, which ultimately there's a goal, right? When you're competing, the goal is to win. Right. So having some kind of goal set really helps us focus.
Right.
On really helps us hone it. So if you don't have like a goal weight or a goal body fat percentage or a goal physique, then you're not specific enough. And you're not going to attack it enough, and you're not going to go after it with all you have. So we're kind of talking about how, we're all like that, right? Everybody, we don't really have a goal right now, so our physiques are kind of just in that, that gray area where you banging into the camera over here? That camera costs more than this house. All right? Don't touch that camera.
I thought that I did.
The man behind the camera is going to be the man beating the hell out of you if you break his camera.
Philip can just buy me a new one.
Oh, yeah, or 6 new ones.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, we'll have loser of the competition.
No.
Buys me a camera for the podcast.
Ooh.
I can't do that. I don't think.
Come on, man. Where's that confidence?
Look, dude.
That's expensive.
Mike's got plenty of money.
Yeah, but if I lose, I don't.
Oh, okay. Neither do I. So we're talking about how, let's get back into it. So we're talking about how we like to have a goal and how that helps us. And then Mike, who owns, what is it? Live Lean RX Houston.
Live Lean RX Houston.
Who owns he does several things at Live Lean, but the main gig is his Dexa scanner.
Yeah.
So for those of y'all that don't know what a Dexa scanner is, Phil's going to open up the laptop and Google what it's an acronym.
It's an acronym.
And
Dexa acronym. Because I don't know. Dexa, it's the definition here. It's at bone density scanning. Dexa stands for dual energy X-ray absorptiometry.
Absorptiometry.
Yeah, Yeah, absorptiometry.
So Mike owns one of these fancy machines.
Yeah.
And so it is a bone density a scanner. That's that's kind of how it started out. And the way he described it to me was, and Mike's not able to be here today. He's got some stuff going on at work. But basically, it started off as a bone density scanner. You could get scanned, see what your bone density was, and doctors were using it.
They still use it for osteoporosis,
stuff like that,
things like that.
And then, from what I understand, I think GE developed a software to where it could not only scan for bone density, it could also do a full body fat percentage, including visceral fat. It could measure your muscle mass down to the 1/10 of a pound.
Yeah, it's pretty much the easiest way to think about it is it's the most accurate way to measure your body fat percentage,
your body composition,
your body composition. So all of if you look up studies that are talking about
any legitimate
skeletal muscle growth and muscle deterioration, they're using the Dexa machine to measure and to take those results because it is more accurate.
Yeah, and it's really slick. It not only gives you all those numbers, bone density, muscle mass, fat content, visceral fat, but it also it'll give you symmetry.
Yeah.
Right side versus left side, right arm versus left arm, all the good numbers that you need to know exactly where your body's at, as far as all the matter that makes that your body's composed of, whether it be bones, fat, muscle, and so forth. So Mike owns one of these fancy machines, absorptiometry, which I don't even know if I'm saying it right.
Me neither.
So Mike's like, "Hey guys, so Phil and I were like, let's have a body fat percentage competition, see who can lose the most in the shortest amount of time." I think that's kind of how it kicked off. And then Mike's like, I own a machine that literally is the best in the world that can tell you all of these numbers that y'all are going to be looking for down to like a 1/10 or 100th of a
It's
pound.
plus or minus less than 1%.
Yeah.
Which like body fat scales, like the scales you have in your bathroom is probably plus or minus like 5 or 10% even. They're not a good way.
Handheld doesn't work very well.
Handhelds either. You can use them for correlation, over time, but it
trend it out.
Yeah, it's for a trend, but don't trust it to give you really accurate numbers that you can do anything with.
Yeah. So plug to Mike here if you want to know your exact body composite. I keep saying competition because I'm going to win this competition. It's on my brain. Composition. Go see Mike at Live Lean RX Houston, and he can scan you. He can do all your measurements. They do
VO2 max as well
VO2
for
max.
like runners that want to know their lung capacity. It's really good. RMR, resting metabolic rate, so you know what your exact metabolism is. They help you come up with macronutrient and calorie profiles from the results of these tests. So it's really cool stuff.
I think Mike's slogan is taking the guesswork out of fitness, and that's absolutely what he does.
Yeah,
this is where you're at, and in order to get to here, this is what you need to do.
Yeah,
and Mike can do that for you, and then Lucas can record you doing it, and Phil can train you doing it. So and then I can podcast you doing it. So anyhow, so Mike's like, hey, why don't we use my machine? Because Mike wanted to get in on the competition, and then we were like, yeah, we'll get Lucas to record it, and document it and create the content, and then all of a sudden it exploded into this competition between the four of us because we're all playing a part and we're all involved in it. And so it's 90 days.
Yep.
We started on, I believe it was December.
I actually don't even know because
it's been 3 weeks today.
I thought I was going to die last week.
It was 3 Fridays ago.
From whatever. I had a adenovirus last week, which is not
I don't know what that is.
the other virus that everybody knows about.
What was 3 Fridays ago?
The 17th.
Lucky number 17.
17.
So, you know what that means.
That means I'm going to win. So on December 17th, we went and got our initial scans. And basically, we got all those numbers. We just talked about bone density, muscle mass, fat content, so forth. And
you can check that video on YouTube, by the way.
Check out that video on YouTube, like, subscribe, and send me $1 million. It's kind of a fun video. And Mike goes into depth with all of us, but in the video more so with me, I think, because I was the first one to get scanned on the video. So he kind of goes into depth, and you can really see what his machine is capable of. It's really cool. So we went in on the 17th and we all 4 got scanned. And Mike better not be cheating since he owns that machine. He's probably going to
He's probably getting tested every week.
Well, no, he's not even doing that. He's going to just calibrate it to where it'll say that he's negative 400.
See the difference in the way that we think?
Yeah. Well, Mike's not here today because he's scared that he's going to lose. He's out running right now because he's like, man, I can't sit down and record a podcast. Darryl's going to beat me because he knows. Mike, second place ain't bad. We're on silver, baby. So anyway, we all went and got scanned and got our baseline numbers. So what we're going to do is, and we're all kind of doing our own thing. We all kind of creating our own diets, our own training regimens that we're all individually following for ourselves in order to win what we think is going to help us win individually. So we're 3 weeks in right now. We're going to rescan at 45 days, so the halfway point of the 90-day challenge. And we're going to sit down and do another podcast, see how we're feeling after we get that second scan, and y'all realize how far behind you are. And then we're going to do it again at 90 days. And that'll be whoever has and actually, Phil, you know a little bit more about this. So it's not just about body fat percentage.
Right.
It's about so go ahead and talk about what the final algorithm.
There's a formula that uses percent of change. So the machine's going to take into account how much,
and the machine can do that.
No, it's a formula. We'll take the numbers from that the machine gives us and plug them into a formula.
Yeah.
And so the formula is going to do its best to determine who made the largest percent of total change. You can't just do weight loss because the heavier person is going to have more of an advantage.
Right.
So
not an even playing field.
Yeah. In this case, the formula is doing its best to get everyone an even playing field. Now, at the end of the day, if you have more opportunity for change, you're probably at an advantage.
Yeah, but it's always level playing field.
It's doing
possible.
its best to get us on the most level playing field possible.
So the 2 biggest things it'll take into account are body fat percentage loss.
Well, body fat total loss.
And then muscle gain too.
And the muscle
will be the
gain
2
as well.
biggest. So if you lose, let's say the percentage of body fat you lose is 10% and you gain 3% muscle, it's gonna take both of those numbers into account.
Right. Yeah, and give us a number between 1 and 100. I think
biggest percentage of change. Who changed the most in the right direction? That is.
Yeah, in the right.
Yeah,
in the right direction.
Oh, darn it! I got confused.
Lucas has been at Chick-fil-A 3 times a day, except for on Sundays.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Damn, well, I'm going in the wrong direction." So yeah, that's how it's laid out, and we really haven't decided what the loser is going to do for me when I win, but we really don't have it. We kind of have an idea of what we're going to do.
Here's what we have so far, and it would be fun if we could maybe expand upon this while we're talking right now.
Yeah.
But the only thing we have right now is that the winner has 0 consequences,
right,
at all. The 3 losers are going to split the bill of whatever the winner wants, and restaurant wise, we'll go out to eat.
It's probably going to be like a badass dinner somewhere, and then some type of activity. In the same evening, right?
Right. Yeah, we're all just going to go out, have fun, and the winner pays for nothing. The 3 losers split the bill, and then the loser, whoever comes in last, has on the podcast has to come on
their social media
and on their social media. I didn't know that's new.
Yeah,
that's new. Admit their loss.
Yeah,
talk about their loss.
Yeah.
So that's whoever comes in last.
Yeah.
And as confident, I'm not a trash talker, as maybe you guys can tell. I'm not the one to really.
I'm one that keeps to myself on that.
We can.
Except for stuff I know I'm going to win. This.
So I definitely I was really sick last week, but we're all off to a tough start. Everybody was
not good.
Was sick.
Not good at all.
I wish we didn't have to have this conversation, but yeah, I think we all were sick at some point during this 3 weeks, and man, we've just all had other stuff going on. But between being ill, we've had some stuff going on here at our house, with our dogs and everything. So it's been tough, but we're getting back on the right foot here.
Yeah. And things like this happen in life. It's all at all times, you get sick, you feel bad, things happen, family life, work life.
Yeah. You get back on track ASAP.
Yeah, you get back on track and you just do whatever it is that you need to do. But
So I got an idea, and we didn't really discuss this before the podcast. Why don't us three kind of give a look into what our plan is as far as our diet and our training regimen in order to win?
Okay. Let's start with Lucas.
what the heck, man?
Come on, Lucas.
Put me on the spotlight.
Lucas. All right, Lucas. We can start with you. I mean, you're in the hot seat.
It doesn't matter to me.
All right,
That's-
what's my plan?
Yeah.
So how you don't gotta like say, oh, I'm going to eat exactly 200 grams of protein or whatever, but just kind of go into some details about, do you plan on starting with low calories and going all the way through? You're gonna carb cycle? What are you gonna do? You know,
what's your approach?
What's your approach?
All right, yeah. So it's definitely I'm behind. I was sick and I was summer sick, and so we've been behind this week as well as the past week when I was sick. So I'm behind as far as like working out. So I feel a little more uptight now, but you know, I got to get in the rhythm of things currently. So I would say, you know, Mike gave me some nutrition tips that follow. And so
he gave you some macros, right?
Macros, yeah. He gave me some macros, and they're fairly easy to achieve. So I'm gonna stick to that. And
so did he give you? Do you know if they were? He probably sabotaging you.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I would do.
Does 230 carbs or 270 grams of protein and 500 grams of carbs sound right?
Yeah, you should
hour.
do that.
No, I'm kidding.
So did he give you macros? Do you know? Was it for? Does he think that that's the? Is it an overall good number? Is he directing it at fat loss, or is he directing it at muscle gain? Do you know?
I think it was kind of in the middle.
Okay,
if I'm correct.
So he's going for like a both. Like
right.
Maybe you can shave some fat. Maybe you can put a little muscle on.
Because
it was 2,600 calories. That added up. And
that doesn't sound like a super aggressive number.
No, and that's like around my kind of like maintaining / kind of like putting on kind of area. So he adjusted it off of my workout plan of doing weightlifting and hit at the end. And so that's what we're going off of, I think.
And Lucas has an advantage at being by far the youngest one.
I was going to say fattest out of everyone.
You did have the highest body fat percentage.
Right. So if you didn't watch the video, I'm 25% body fat. So that's a lot.
But also 347% muscle mass too. So however that works. I don't know how that math works.
I don't know about that.
But the youngest.
He
had the highest body fat percentage.
Yeah.
So primed for success in this.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, if I don't win, it's going to be pretty embarrassing.
Yeah. So you're going to be your workout or your fitness plan is going to be weight training. How many days a week?
I'm going to I am going to be doing it.
I like that verbiage.
4 times a week.
So 4 days a week.
I think one will do it for you.
Yeah. You should just go to none. And then I think what you should do is switch to trail mix and donuts.
Yeah. Donuts. The chocolate covered ones. Yeah, I think those really do.
Donuts. Yeah, them things are badass.
Yeah, those do it.
So you're going to do 4 days a week weight training.
Yep.
And on those 4 days when you're done, you're going to do some HIIT cardio or some HIIT to end the session.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. And then you're going to have 3 off days.
Yes, correct.
So that's the approach. Not in a row. You're probably going to do like 1 on, 1 off, 1 on, 1 off.
I usually do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, and then Thursday and Friday.
Thursday and Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you got Saturday, Sunday off then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
So that's your approach. So you got some macros from Mike. Probably sabotaged him.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying. When I'm listening to it, I'm thinking the whole time, I don't know. I don't know if this is right.
That's the Fox Garden hen house right there. So that's your plan. So Lucas got some macros from Mike.
Yep.
You're gonna do. So you're not gonna cycle them though. You're gonna do those numbers every day.
Yeah, I'm gonna adjust. See how it is 3 weeks in. Hopefully it's working. Because if not, then
we're gonna go.
That's the point of the halfway check-in. You'll have it. You have an opportunity to see if
that's cool.
What you've been doing has been working.
How much longer do we have?
3 more weeks.
Oh god.
Until we check in.
All right.
So 3 weeks till check in.
All right.
So Lucas is following. He's not cycling the macros. They're the same every day.
Should I be cycling?
I don't know.
What do I think? I think yes, but that's just my opinion. But so right now you're not cycling.
Yeah.
And you're training 4 days a week with 3 off days. That's the plan going into at least the halfway points is what you're planning.
And then you recalibrate.
Exactly.
And you recalibrate
as needed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Not a bad plan. I mean, seems pretty straightforward.
Seems legit.
And I think a lot of people tend to overcomplicate it. And
for sure,
fitness should be pretty.
It's more about doing it.
More about doing the work. Right. Okay, Phil, you want to go? Or you want me to go?
It doesn't matter. I can go.
What's your approach, Phil?
So my approach, well, first recovering. I'm still recovering from. I got really sick on Christmas Day.
That stomach bug.
Yeah, I had a adenovirus. I ended up going to urgent care because I felt so bad after 5 days, but I'd lost like 10 pounds. So as far as a weight loss journey, I'm pretty sure I'm in the lead. If it was weight loss, I'd be in the lead. I lost 10 pounds in 6 days. Wow. But I'm pretty much fully recovered now, trying to get my food back in. But my strategy is does have a little bit more complication in it, I guess, just because I was the lowest body fat going in.
So basically that you're at the most, I don't want to say you have the biggest disadvantage, but that is a major contributing factor to the disadvantage that you have.
Yeah. So, for me to win, I'll have to get into single digit body fat probably. So, my strategy is a little bit more complicated because of that. So I'm taking more of a,
what were you?
13%. Yeah.
Or 13.2?
Yeah. Like 13.2.
Lower 13s.
Yeah. And so what I'm doing is increasing my my goal was to increase my calories for 2 more weeks. I was already at like 3,600 and I was shooting for 4,000 for the first 2 weeks of the competition. But last week messed me up on that. So now I'm back to my original 3,600 just for the past 2 days. So I'm just going to finish out. Today's Friday. So I'm going to take until Sunday, trying to hit close to 4,000. Okay. And then I'm going to start tapering the calories down from there, because I feel like for me to win, I'm going to have to try to put on as much muscle as possible for a few weeks and then just straight shred.
Right.
So that's kind of my approach. I was working out 5 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, off Monday, Friday, lift Saturday and Sunday. Saturdays and Sundays are more like a full body days. Weekdays are push-pull legs, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then I was doing, and I'm going to be doing cardio Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So 3 cardio days. So as I'll do 2-week blocks kind of thing. So starting next week, my calories come down, same cardio, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 days. And then we will be testing. And then at that point, I'll see about dropping my carbohydrates mainly, because my carbs right now are close to 400 a day. So I can drop off the carbs pretty easily.
That's insane.
Start bringing the carbs down.
Or it gives you room to work
yeah.
with. Because if you start off with low carbs, you can't go low.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I want to increase first before I shred it down, because I need to have some strategy going on in here. And then at that point too, when my calories taper down after 2 weeks, that's when I'm going to throw in a 6th weight training day per week as well.
Nice.
So I will add that 6th weight training day. I'll never go to 7 weight training days, but I'll go to 6 weight training days and add in the cardio as necessary. And honestly, the cardio really is a lot of a mental thing for me, because I average like 15,000 steps a day. So my activity levels are pretty high anyways. So, getting a ton of cardio isn't all that important, but for me, it really keeps my mind in the game. Like that Monday and Friday that I don't work out, just me getting on the stairs for 20 minutes or really hitting it hard on the treadmill for 20 minutes just kind of keeps my mind in the game.
Yeah.
So I think that's really important. Yeah, it's really important for me. It makes me feel confident, which I think that mental clarity and confidence is really important when you want to achieve something. So feeling confident and feeling like I am moving towards my goal every day helps my diet, because where I struggle is eating. I say I'm eating 4,000 calories and Luke's is like, oh man, that's a lot. For me, like I feel like I could eat so much more. I'm just hungry all the time. It's just how I live my life all the time.
Opposite. Like I cannot eat a lot.
And we kind of talked about this last time. Lucas was a like skinny kid.
Yeah.
Growing up. So he loses weight easily.
Yeah.
But that doesn't
not anymore.
Oh, okay.
But I still can't eat a lot.
Yeah.
He's getting old now. 21 years
21,
old.
yeah. But he struggles to eat a lot, where me is the exact opposite. Constantly struggling to not overeat.
Well,
and not eat all the like Cheerios at night, stuff like that.
Sorry, excuse me. I don't know what the exact numbers are. But muscle is your most expensive tissue, right? So like if you're just sitting there with more muscle mass than somebody else as far as a percentage is concerned, your body is burning more calories just to maintain just because that muscle exists.
Right.
So that could be a contributing factor too. But people's metabolic rates are we can get into that another time. But they're different.
Yeah, and I should throw out there too. There's no fasting, no particular protocol. There's nothing special about it. Whole foods, limiting processed carbohydrates. Don't get me wrong. I have some fairly regularly, but as my carbohydrates come down, I'll remove those just for hunger, even deeper hunger reasons, because processed carbs don't fill you up as much. So as my carbohydrates drop from 400 to 350 to 300, and under 300 is low carb for me. Yeah. But I'm a low fat, higher carb kind of guy. And as my carbs come down, I'll remove any and all processed carbs at that time. Right now, I still have like a bowl of cereal a few days a week, probably almost every day for, at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, this guy ends the day with cereal.
Okay.
It's just so good,
I do the same thing actually.
It's good.
Or not a lot, but the other night actually.
Well, Lucas eats the box. So
Cereal's
Cookie
badass.
Crisp, but
Cookie Crisp.
I eat Cheerios.
Cheerios,
Honey Nut, baby.
I'm more of a cinnamon Chex. Cinnamon Chex. That's my jam.
Y'all are sleeping.
Well, what you got? What's up?
Dude, you want to know what my plan is or what my cereal is? My
cereal
plan?
first. Cereal first.
Cereal.
Look, dude. This comes down to this is very intricate. We need to do a cereal podcast because it really just depends on. It depends on the mood that I'm in. That's the biggest one, and then the second one is what kind of milk am I using? Usually we use almond milk in this house, but sometimes people don't have almond milk, or somebody's got oat milk, or it's but if I had to pick one cereal and I couldn't, that was the one that I had to do, like no matter
what kind of milk you had.
Yeah, no matter what, Fruity Pebbles, dude.
Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles is shit.
That's good.
They get soggy too fast.
I like it when they get soggy.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm not trying to get the crunch in there. I'm trying to have
one of those guys.
I'm a too small bowl kind of guy.
I'm one large, extra milk.
No. Yeah. 2 small bowls. That way it stays crunchy.
Phil doesn't use he's like the splash of milk kind of guy.
Yeah.
That's psychopathic behavior. Or psychopathic, is that a word?
Psychopathic, yeah.
I think so.
Sociopath. I don't know, psychopath.
Yeah, I'll go with psychopathic.
Lucas, you can snip that in there with question mark. Psychopathic, question mark.
Yeah, I think it is, but man.
Anyway, so, okay. Now, I'm not even going to... I could talk about the cereal all day, but if I had to pick one, I'd go with the Fruity Pebbles. But there are plenty of other good ones, depending on the milk and the mood. The 2 M's of cereal. Milk and mood.
Milk and mood.
So, question mark, milk and mood. So, my plan.
Yeah.
Are you done, Phil? That sounds like a solid second place strategy.
See, I didn't share everything with you guys.
Why
would I share my plan with you?
Oh man,
that's like
genius.
That's like sharing.
We didn't even know how smart Lucas really was.
The 2 spicy deluxes every day.
You guys are working together and trying to figure out my plan. Not going to work.
No,
it's okay.
Damn it. Well, you get in the podcast now. He's going to tell us what his plan is.
No, I think that's pretty much it for me. It's really gonna. I think that my plan is pretty solid. I honestly. Unless the halfway point comes in bad, as in like I've gained body fat and lost muscle, like totally opposite of what I want, I'm going to stick to this game plan probably no matter what. Like I said, unless it comes in totally opposite, which I don't think is going to be the case, I'll recalibrate if that's necessary. But no, I think my plan's pretty spot on.
Yeah, rock and roll, man. All right, well, let's get into me. So, I guess we'll start with the diet. Right now, I'm just following macros, and like Lucas, I'm not cycling them at the moment. And I know I said I kind of disagreed that you should cycle, but that's subject to the time during the competition. So right now, I don't think it's as important, but that's just my opinion. Right now, I'm not cycling. I'm up around close to what you're at. I think I'm at 3,500 a day right now. I'd have to look and see. I'm eating a lot of calories right now. Protein's up around the 250 mark, 270 mark, something like that.
It's pretty high.
And then majority of the rest of it's carbs. There's some fats in there. I do have some olive oil. I do have some peanut butter in the diet right now.
Just a quick question. Do you keep your protein that high because you feel like it helps with your hunger?
Yeah. So that's the main
Because that's what works for me too.
That's
because
the
I
main
like
thing.
to eat a lot. So having my protein's only like a little over 200, 220. Mike keeps telling me to raise it, but
the main
I'll raise it when I get hungry.
Yeah, the main reason that my protein's that high is one because of helps. I can get
More food.
I can get more food, right? And without it doesn't affect my it doesn't run the macros up extremely high.
It's less calorically dense.
Like if you added fat, you know what I'm saying. So and then the majority of the rest is white rice is one of my big carbs. I do have some oatmeal in there. And then I have my fats. I have some coconut oil, I have some olive oil, and I have some peanut butter. Those are my three main fat sources. I think there's some eggs in there too. I'd have to look. But so my calories are not being cycled right now. They're all the same every day. And so right now I am cycling my training 3 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 1 day off. No matter what days they fall on, that's the order that I go in. And so it doesn't matter when it falls, what day
of the week it is.
Yeah, what day
matter,
that it falls on. Because I know y'all were saying, you got Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and so forth. That's not how I'm doing it right now. And I have on those 2 off days, I'm off from weight training. I have 2 30-minute cardio sessions in there right now. So,
what are you doing for that cardio?
Generally, I'd say 90+% of the time it's Stairmaster, around level 7 or so, which is I'd say moderate speed. It's not crazy, but it's not slow either. So that's where my cardio is at. My training and my cardio are at right now. As the competition goes on, I will probably add. I won't add any more weight training days. I'll keep it at.
How many weight training days you got?
So
6.
No, right now it's 3 on 1 off, 2 on 1 off.
3 on 1 off, 2 on 1 off.
So it ends up being 5.
Yeah,
5 every week is how it ends up playing out. So I'll have 5 weight training but I will increase. I don't think that I will increase the cardio time. I don't think I'll go up to like 40 minutes or anything. Unless, this halfway mark is just, I'm like way behind or something.
Same. Yeah.
But I will throw cardio days in there. So what I'll do is I'll tack the cardio on the end of the weight training. So like, if I weight train that day, I'll throw 30 minutes of stairs after.
Yeah.
And then I will continue to keep doing cardio on my off days. So those days will stay. I will add cardio days. I don't think I will add cardio duration.
Yeah, I think that Darryl and I are both in the same boat where our general lifestyles are pretty active. I end my days between 15 and 20,000 steps. And I know a lot of times I come over to Darryl's house in the evening and he's like, hey man, you want to take the dog for a quick walk? Darryl's quick walk, about
Talking about an hour.
45 minutes to an hour.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, we're moving.
If Darryl asks you to take a walk, block out some time when
you want to have a conversation, and if you want to walk, block time out for both of us.
Yeah,
I'm going to talk and I'm going to walk.
and that's normal for him. So
It's pretty. It's I'm going to say most days.
Yeah.
I take sometimes I take both the dogs on
and it's a
walk
pace too.
separately.
There's no lollygagging in this walk.
We're getting after it, baby.
So I have to admit, sometimes I lollygag on walks, but there's no lollygagging on Darryl's walks. So, and I should add too, like for me, my weight training days, like the days that I work out with Darryl are definitely different than my normal workouts. My Darryl does more of a true strength training, body building type of split workout days. When I work out, it's a lot more. There's a lot more cardio involved naturally. I do a lot more kind of full body stuff, functional fitness.
You got a higher volume too.
Yeah, and higher volume.
Yeah,
and
even things like your volume will be higher, and I feel like your rep pace will be faster. Than mine. I do a true strength training. I don't want to call it a body
hypertrophy style. It's more of a straight hypertrophy style.
But I do, and I didn't touch this. So I do push pull legs in that order, no matter what day it falls on. So if I got my 3 on 1 off, 2 on 1 off, however it ends up falling, I go push pull legs.
Yeah.
And the off days, so it goes push pull legs off, push pull off legs, push pull.
Right? I understand. Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So it just stays. It goes in that order no matter what. And then so no matter what day it falls, it ends up falling on. And then I do my 2 cardio. Generally 30 minutes on the stairs. And I don't even count my my dog walks in the evening.
Right.
And it's sometimes, like I said, sometimes we'll walk both of the dogs like separate. We'll take one on a walk. And Diesel's a little fatter and lazier, so he doesn't.
Daryl's dogs hate each other.
Yeah, they don't get along. We can't take them on walks together. Ruby and Diesel are not friends. They can't even be in the house together. Like one's got to be in the room. And
Yeah,
so we each had our own dogs when we met each other,
Okay.
and they just
Yeah.
Ruby, which it was Jessica's dog when we met, she loves everybody and other dogs, and she's great. Diesel my dog does not like other dogs, never has, and he used to like my mom's Chihuahuas, but. They don't live. I don't.
Don't have them anymore.
They don't have any.
Yeah.
So Diesel's never gotten along, so they don't get along. So we take them on a walk separate. Take on Diesel on a walk, which is shorter because he's fatter and lazier, and then Ruby is the highest energy. That dog can walk and run and play, and you'll never be able to keep up. So point of what me telling you that is I don't even include, like, doesn't count in my
Right. It's just general activity.
And I feel like I'm an odd man out by I'm somebody I don't track my steps. I've never have tracked steps before. And
Lucas, you don't either, right?
No. Summer does.
Maybe I should. Of course, Summer does. She's about that fit life.
Yeah. Her name is on Instagram Fit Girl Summer.
Fit Girl Summer.
Yeah.
Anytime Lucas does anything wrong in his fitness life, I just tell Summer.
Oh yeah.
Everybody follow Summer, by the way, too, because we gotta grow Summer's following so that when she's tattletelling on Lucas, more people see it, right?
Why are you guys trying to be like that?
We gotta savage.
It's really
not cool.
funny, honestly, because I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but Lucas and Summer, like, I'm surprised she's not here. They come as a package.
Yeah,
They're always together.
Yeah.
And so it's just
We'll have her on one day.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll have the four of us.
It's just really funny because Summer is very, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but she's a little more direct than Lucas. Lucas,
Okay, look, I know what you're looking for. She's very I don't want to say it. Okay, that's not the word.
go ahead.
No. I'm very relaxed.
Yeah,
and
there
kind
you
of
go.
like what happens and like sure, we'll do that today, or we'll
get
I'm very
around to that.
relaxed. Yeah, I'm relaxed. And she's very like,
Nope, this is how it's gonna be.
this is how it's gonna be. This is what we gotta do. And like
So when Lucas doesn't do this, if Lucas doesn't do what is said is going to be happen, that's when I just go tell her.
Yeah. And then she'll tell you, right? If like they're at home and he eats like a
oh yeah. She said a couple of times like, I'm gonna go tell Philip and Darryl and everyone what you're doing right now.
yeah.
Like
You're eating 2 spicy deluxes.
no, I know. When I do go to Chick-fil-A, I get the grilled chicken sandwich.
I don't know about that, Lucas.
No,
Come on, man.
I do. I do.
Dude, you're missing out, dude. Spicy deluxe. Well, I say the spicy deluxe, but honestly, I don't like Chick-fil-A's lettuce.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't been to Chick-fil-A in a while. So.
I don't get the deluxe. I just get the spicy sandwich.
Yeah, the regular red bag.
Yeah.
Spicy deluxe come in a little fancy box.
You know what I haven't had in forever? If I win, I'm going to be really nice to you guys.
What?
I'm just going to say, let's go to Whataburger.
Oh, dude.
I haven't been forever.
That sounds pretty
I
good.
really haven't been in forever.
Triple meat, triple cheese.
That sounds so good to
I
me.
hate to tell you this, Lucas, but that's not going to be the same way if I win.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a nice guy.
It's going to be a little bit bigger bill. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, man. So that's my plan, dude. That's and Mike, I think Mike, you know a little bit about his schedule. He's got 3 days a week.
Mike actually, he doesn't weight train as much, but he does a lot of HIIT cardio. Mike's an older guy than us as well, so his approach is going to be different.
He's like, what, like 75?
Mike's 59.
75.
Is he 59?
Yeah.
I thought he was like 56.
I think he's 59.
I want to say
If you're wrong,
I might be wrong,
I
but
want to say
either
he said
way,
58 or 59.
you would never know it though. Like
Yeah, he's
Mike is super healthy guy.
Yeah.
He has like, he used to run a lot. So
Yeah.
he has like his hip or whatever, but
his bad hip.
yeah, he has a bad hip. But, other than that, he's super healthy, super fit. He went through quite a weight loss journey. He lost like 100 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, he was the so okay, you were 25, you were 13. I think I was
Y'all were 17 and 18. I don't remember who was who.
I think
I thought we were talking about ages.
no.
Body fat percentage.
Like, what?
Body fat percentage. So
Okay.
just kind of give you an idea. Lucas was 25%, Phil was 13, and I was either 17 and
One,
Mike
you was 17
18
and
or
18.
vice versa.
I don't remember which was which though, but
We're
y'all
very-
are similar.
We're very close. It was 17 and 18. Point is, Mike's like 60 and I'm 30. Oh wow! And I'm yeah.
But yeah,
Can we
so
clip that out?
as far as Mike's approach,
So he's lean.
Yeah, he's very
Yeah, he's
lean.
For a
pretty much
60-year-old man.
Pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
He's very meticulous. One thing I'll say about Mike and everything in his life, and if you go to his business, you'll see this as well. But the way that he explains this, he's a very meticulous guy, and Mike's become one of my best friends. At this point, we spend a lot of time together talking at the gym. I go to his place, we chat about all kinds of stuff. But Mike is very meticulous about everything that he does in his life, especially his fitness.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I don't think he's missed a workout in like 40 years.
Yeah.
Probably, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
So,
but doesn't he train 3 days a week?
he weight trains 3 days a week. But he does hit cardio most days. I think maybe I'm not
every
real
day.
sure to be. Yeah, I think almost every day.
Yeah.
But his main approach is the nutrition side for sure.
He's a macro-based guy.
He's a macro based guy. He's super, like I said, meticulous is just the word that comes to mind.
Yeah.
And so he's more on the nutrition and hit cardio side because he is an older guy. He's looking to lift weights enough to maintain muscle, maybe put on a little bit, but then really shred it up on the diet side.
Yeah.
Nice. So that's a good approach.
And unfortunately, he couldn't make it to the podcast. It's the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
His business is very much fitness based.
he's
So
scared.
He's scared.
Yeah, he's scared.
Darryl says he's scared. So,
Yeah.
but
Now Mike didn't make
he's
his
really
businesses.
he's really busy right now.
Yeah.
He's a small business. and-
Homeschools his kids.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a lot of stuff
Yeah.
going on.
yeah,
Mike's a busy
exactly.
guy.
Yep.
Busy guy. So, and 2 things I didn't touch. So I figured I want to throw this in there to add some specifics. My diet, 2 big things that and I did break these earlier because I was sick and I was feeling sorry for myself. But from, I guess it's been about a week ago now until the end of the challenge, absolutely no refined sugar and absolutely no alcohol.
Oh
That-
yeah. I'm not a big drinker. Anymore,
Yeah,
so.
and I don't drink very much either, but those are 2 things that there's other complications too from the alcohol, but the calories add up really, really fast, and people don't realize how fast they're compounding.
I should throw in too. I had 4 club crackers earlier, and they were.
Oh,
awesome.
I did eat some club crackers.
I
think
tracked
ate
it though.
5.
Put it in my app.
I think
There
I
you
ate.
go.
70 calories.
I think I
9
ate 5.
carbs.
Wow.
I
I had 4,
I think I ate 5. Yeah,
and they were great.
Dude,
I haven't
they're
had club
good.
crackers
Those
since
things
I
are
was a
awesome.
kid.
They're like
really
salty and buttery.
Yeah,
Oh.
they're really good.
Man, I could eat a whole sleeve easy.
Club crackers should sponsor this episode of OTG Podcast.
Honestly,
dude.
hey.
I mean, they would be lucky to be here.
Huh?
I will put a Club Cracker sticker behind me right now. I'll wear a Club Cracker shirt. OTG versus, on the NBA uniforms, they put like...
If I really had like a bunch of club crackers in my surroundings, that'd be dangerous territory.
Bring it to the gym.
We can
I'd
see who
lose.
can eat the most Club Crackers in 10 minutes. That's going to be one of our competitions.
All right, note that one.
So that's the 90-day fitness
Yeah.
fitness competition. That's the 90-day body composition
There you go.
competition.
Yep.
So we're gonna check back in on this topic in 3 weeks from now, and then we'll check in at the end. The loser will admit their loss, and the 3 losers will pay for what's probably going to end up being a meal and activity on the day, or shortly after the competition's over. And it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I think
It's
so.
gonna
I'm
be fun,
excited.
guys.
Let's do it.
We got a
Let's get
little group chat going where we're trash talking each other, and Mike talks about honey badgers and old age, and
rambles on about some stuff.
I just always end the sentence with something, letting everybody know I'm going to win. Like we got our own
That's
little
usually
thing.
how it goes.
Yeah. I say I'm going to win. Mike says he's old, but he's a honey badger, and Lucas. I don't know. I feel like Lucas is a wild card. You never know what he's going to throw in there. And then Phil will start talking about crypto out of nowhere. And I'm like, this is about me winning, dude. This isn't about crypto. So, it's pretty fun, man. So this is pretty cool, y'all. So, Lucas will be back in front of the camera again in 3 weeks to talk about the check-in. So this is how we're feeling right now. We're at the beginning. Keynotes. We all got off to a slow start because we were all 4 sick.
Yep.
We are now all back on track.
Yep.
We're all feeling confident, and we're all starting from different places, and we all got a different plan. That's the message we wanted to send today. Check in at 45 days from the start, which will be 3 weeks from now, and we're going to talk about how we feel again.
Yep.
Are we adjusting our plans? Which I think most of us will probably adjust our approach.
Yeah.
I'll lower the I didn't even talk about this. So the calories going to stay the same until the 45-day check-in.
And then you'll check in.
And
You'll
then-
see what happens.
And then if I'm losing some body fat and gaining some muscle, I may just keep them there and then up the cardio. Or if I really feel like I need to kick it into high gear, I'm gonna up the cardio anyway, but I'll probably lower the calories too. Yeah. And I'll probably keep the protein about the same. I'll shave the carbs and the fat down a little bit.
Right.
And
whatever you got.
Yeah. And keep the typical foods in there. Typical is the stuff that I eat day to day.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So we'll check back in at 45. We'll talk about how we're feeling, and then we'll check in. We'll check in again at the end and talk about the end result.
Sounds good.
Anything else to add, fellas?
No. Good luck.
One perfect shot. OTG_Lucas. Check him out. Need some videography done. Need some content created.
Like, subscribe.
And follow Fit Girl Summer if you want to see Lucas. If you want to know when he fails on his diet, we'll start getting her to post about it.
Make it a series.
And OTG.Phil, OTG.Darryl. We're signing out, and I'm gonna win. Peace.